Hey, in this video, I'll share how I study and practice drawing the planes of the face. So first up, I divided my studies into two parts, theory and practice. For studies of the planes, the best option is to use the Asaro head, and that's what I did. I had studied before, but maybe I hadn't done a really good job because I didn't remember half of it, but this time I was committed. There are tons of videos on YouTube on how to draw the Asaro head. I watched some of those videos and the first chapter of Marco Bucci's course on the head. He explains each area of the face using not only the Asaro head, but also the bone structures that go underneath. So here are some things that really stuck with me after this theory phase. The most important, I consider the most important at least, is this line that divides the side plane of the head from the front plane. It starts with a curving line that passes through the forehead and stops at the eyebrow, at this point where the eyebrow goes down. Then it traces the upper part of the eye socket and goes to the cheek until we reach the chin. Being able to identify this plane change helped me the most when sketching the head structure. The next thing is the shape between the brows. I believe it's called glabella. It's quite easy to identify and it really helps with drawing the nose in perspective. One thing to remember is that on profile view, the glabella will come forward. Okay, the last one is this line that outlines the mouth area. I really like this shape, it's weirdly satisfying. Anyways, this line starts at the side of the nose and comes down to the outside of the corner of the mouth and then curves and meets the chin. Speaking of it, this plane underneath the lower lip is really important too. It allows the lips to protrude and without it the mouth will look weird. So remember it. I practice with 3 different exercises. First one, I focus on realistic shapes and planes, and the other 2 on more stylized drawings. The first exercise is a draw-over study. Yes, I know, but you should really do it. It's gonna be boring? Yes. Will it be more difficult than you think? Absolutely. And it took me more time to figure it out than I'm willing to share. I had special difficulty seeing the planes of the jaw and cheek, and where the zygomatic bone connects to them. This area here, it has this triangular shape that connects to the ear. So take your time on this step. After I finally figured out the jaw over, I drew areas of the face. I divided it into the forehead and eye, the mouth area, and the nose. You can draw the whole face at once if you want, but I thought it would help me focus more by drawing them separately. I also put some values to the plane so I could start getting used to them, because I know it will help me when I start studying colors. So basically the dark values are the bottom of the nose, the sides of the glabella, the upper part of the eye sockets, the upper lip, and the space under the mouth. Light values are the front of the nose, the cheeks, the lower lip, and the front of the forehead. Other parts will be midtones. Of course this will vary depending on the lighting. These are just the most common values you will see. After spending an awful lot of time on the first exercise, the second one was way faster. I didn't really have a hard time with it, and I chose to believe that it means improvement. With this, I wanted to practice seeing the planes on my stylized characters, cause that's what I want to draw. If you were drawing realistic characters, I'm not so sure this would benefit you much. Overall, this helped me see how I could push the shapes to exaggerate some features or simplify the planes I studied, which will help me with my next practice. Here I try to apply what I observed in exercise 2. So I drew a stylized sketch using a photo as a reference, having in mind the planes I study and trying to simplify it in the style I like. And you should do the same. Draw it in the style that you enjoy and want to learn. I haven't found my own style yet, but I think it's a good and fun way to practice, even if I'm not studying how to draw stylized characters. It helps with the motivation. It's good to create something close to what you want to draw instead of just practicing draw over and more technical stuff, which can get boring over time. At least that's for me. What do you think? This ends my practice phase on the planes of the face. Next, I will study each feature separately. I will probably start with the mouth. Maybe I'll do a video about it. I hope this was helpful in some way. If you like it, let me know by clicking the like button. If you really like it, you can also subscribe. See you next time!